Welcome back to another episode of the House of Aquarius podcast. It is your favorite Aquarius here. Make a wish. Back to bring you another one. So, because of my blunder from yesterday, I don't feel fully sated in regard to give you guys a proper love talk, quick jab for the week. At the bare minimum, you know what I'm saying? As in weekly bare minimum. So just here what I want to say. Yesterday I was doing the subscriber one, and there was 2 requests. I did that one first, and unfortunately I said that was a oopsie moment. So let's go with the other one, and that one should be fresh. I checked it. Did I check it? Oh man, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, whatever. Too late now. We're too far in. All right. Love talk. This time, guys, we're doing Aquarius female with the Leo male. And this one, I don't believe we're doing this one off the top of my head. Because I was thinking about this one. This one sounds interesting like yesterday's, but not as interesting as we will soon discover together as I go through this talk. Alright, so first things first. Again, we have 2 masculine signs here. 2 masculine signs. We have our Leo male and our Aquarian female. Both of them expecting to be more outgoing and expressive of themselves in a verbal setting, or in their mannerisms and blah blah blah, you know? All the good job and jazz. Air sign in Aquarius, fire sign with our Leo. This would be a little interesting one. We have 2 fixed signs. 2 fixed signs. So for the most part, it means that they like to keep things going when things are already set up, and continually producing to for success of the same repetitive option, activity type situation. Man, never like, it's all good. No, I was gonna say repetitive, but like to keep things going and how things are, not really the starters doing things up with the finishers. They just like to keep running. That's kind of how fixed signs be, right? In other words, stubborn, at times obstinate. Don't like to change the ways in the methodologies. And actually, before I keep going, the time frame 3, I'm gonna make sure I'll put in one of these corners here is going to be the reverse, because I did a case study on this one before too, on a previous relationship of mine, me and the Aquarius, obviously, and my Leo girlfriend at the time. I think that was a good one. That's actually why I was to become more developed in my thought process on these compatibility things, right? So, regarding the normal air junction at the beginning, at the way, because you guys follow my content, you know exactly what to expect from it, right? So, and this one here, this is interesting, right? This is interesting. One of the things that I've consistently said about Leos is that don't want to jump right into that one. That was kind of a, I'm gonna wait till they'll get, you know what? I'm going for it. This isn't too bad. I didn't want to start from a bad note or negative note, but unfortunately, this is how it's going to be. One thing here that our Leo friends like, they do, Leos in general are the sign that really loves the what's the best way to say this? They love to be told how great they are. I gotta find the right word. So we're just going on that path and just trying to find the word here. They like to be told that they're doing well, that they're doing things that are great. Because one of the things that this sign has a very nasty moniker of having is they're very generous. That's not the next part. They're a very generous sign. They love to give to people. They love to help people out. They love to do things for others that they feel are worth their time. However, they need to be told that what they're doing is good and great for whatever reason they're doing what they're doing. Otherwise, they feel kind of not rejected, but they feel like they could be taken advantage of. They need to know that what they're doing is worth their time by things being reciprocated to them, so that they understand that what they're doing is a good thing. See, when I say it like that, it sounds very bad by itself, but it's not. It's not a bad thing. However, we add that to a relationship. We add that into a relationship situation with people in general. That could be issues where people can take advantage of the generosity of the Leo. And for the most part, Leos simply won't say anything about this stuff. They will be generous, take some negative L's towards it, be a little more generous, hope it expects them back in return, and not really get too much back in regard to it. And in this situation here, not saying that Aquarius female will not be, giving towards or reciprocating anything of the nature of to the Leo male, but the fact of the matter is, it's a continuous, ongoing thing. Excuse me. And with that, not the generosity part, but with the adulation and bumping up and boosting up on the morale and the levels of the Leo male, that might not be a situation that we're constantly being taken care of to the amount on which the Leo male will be happy with, satisfied with, right? That's one thing that could be an issue down the line as time goes on. But in the short term, that works. Being complimented and told how great you're doing, that kind of stuff, that happens more often, but easy in the short term. Until things get far along in relationships, then that's when it starts to become an issue. So I aim to jump into this far, but the short term is really great. Long term, you might have issues that could go on. Another issue that could potentially have is that Leos is a sign. What's the best way to put this? I would say male, female, but as I'm thinking, unfortunately, I have enough male experience to consider this that way too, but I know different with females. For the most part, though, Leo is a sign that actually likes to be in control. It's one of the signs of the zodiac that likes to be dominant. They like to be the one calling the shots. Because typically, Leo is a sign that likes to have that, be a leader. Leo is a sign that shows lots of leadership qualities by itself, typically. And being a leader also comes with making demands, ask for things to go a certain kind of way, and controlling the situation, how things go. And depending on the level of control that this Leo male is potentially seeking to have in the relationship, will determine how long the relationship will last. Because, as we all know about Aquarius and our ability to constantly, I'm trying to find a word there, our ability to be rebellious. There we go, that's the best way to put it. Our ability to be rebellious. We have a certain knack for freedom and independence. And depending on how tight of a rein that the Leo male is going to put on Aquarian female, that might become an issue. Because the more someone tries to hold us down and put restraints upon us, the harder we fight. Kind of like the Sagittarian way. The harder we fight until we start disappearing or find our own time, go do our own stuff for ourselves. There's going to be a huge grudge relationship. So that's one thing that we have to watch out for in the long term. Now, what else for this situation here? I'm a little close to me. Adjust that. Good thing I'm driving stick. I just coast down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Woo. Not that much downhill. But one issue we have here. I already said issues. Let me go a little better, right? One good thing they have here is that one thing that Leo has. Leo, as I said, they're both fixed signs. Fixed signs have a tendency to get locked inside the current situation and not try to reach too far outside of it. Luckily enough, in the situation, even though they're both stubborn signs that don't really like to do changing stuff, that's where the separation ends for the fixed part, because Aquarius is a sign that is all about innovation and trying to push the boundaries and do different things while still remaining fixed in their ideologies for doing things or necessarily how to do things. Whereas on the contrast here, Leo male here will be more interested in maintaining what he currently has. Leo is a sign that likes to embark their kingdom and lay the foundation in their kingdom and keep things how they are, where they feel comfortable. That's the best way to put it. Leo is a sign that likes the comfort of their kingdom, and going too far outside of that, unless it's on their own accord for whatever purpose, finances, family, whatever that they decide to do it for, had better be good enough for them to go out there and expand themselves for that. And then what they probably try to do is try to grab that and bring it back towards closer to where their kingdom typically is. Career, kingdom, relationship, kingdom, family, whatever it is. Wherever it is that they're marking at the kingdom, they're probably not going to go too far outside of that. And that's where issues could potentially lay up on in regards to the Aquarius. Because Aquarius is a sign, like I said, is about the innovations, trying to do new things. The Aquarian female, even though depending on where they're at in their life, we will likely be the ones who are trying to tie things down, settle down, be more foundational, and make things happy and better for a bright future, but still have the same urges to be free and do more things. Traveling, different experiential jobs, do some more humanitarian stuff. And we get to that. Actually, that is a little good benefit there. But depending on how far they are, that actually be an issue. So depending on how willing the Leo male is to be open to that stuff determines how much or how big the wedge will be driven between them two in regards to that situation. Like I said, I don't want to harp too much on the last one. The reverse of this, that was an issue for me and my girlfriend at the time. Great girl though, great girl. Hope she's doing well. But another past, another life. What else in the situation though? It's actually very, very important. For the that's a good one there, okay? I personally like to think of the Leo. Let me think for a second. As the water sign of the fire signs. The water sign of fire signs. Because thinking right there, make sure I say that right. Because I'm thinking, because air, by default, air would be Sagittarius. If I said fire, water for fire, for the water for the Leo, if that make more sense than the no, it's not. It is the earth sign. It's the earth sign. There you go. The earth sign of the fire signs. However, the biggest quality that is actually very reminiscent of water signs for the Leo here is the brooding. It's actually something that's very, 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 very bad in this relationship. Because when people brood, typically look at the water signs and the fire signs. We're not talking about this right now. Well, in the Leo, would be they like to, I shouldn't say like, they have a tendency to be not open about things that are bothering them. And that's something that happens to be common with the Leo, sun sign only here, that when something is bothering them, like I said, in regards to lack of reciprocity for their generosity and that kind of stuff, or not getting enough adulation, or be reminded how great they are. That sounds so shallow, but it is what it is. They would not be likely to be upfront about that to the Aquarian female. And considering the fact it's a male, or not be likely to want to talk about that emotionally, you know what I'm saying? And just sulk away. And unless the Aquarian female is the one who's being assertive and prying into the Leo to talk about what's going on, there may be a bunch of downtime in regards to the relationship doing positive things because of the brooding and not letting go of the pain that happened, the issue that happened in regards to that. So that's one thing I watch out for. And then on top of that too, considering the fact that I think of Aquarius as one of the signs that tend to be a lot more direct and blunt, like a good friend Sagittarius and Aries. There are times when things might be said that might get misconstrued or improperly verbalized everywhere. And so, again, with the brooding, and that could be a cause of contention in regards to the wounded lion hiding away. This is one thing to watch out for. So if you're going to deal with the situation, the Aquarian female has to make sure that not being delicate to the Leo male, but choose your words wisely and be open to being potentially wrong emotionally. There you go, that's what we put it. Not properly tending to the emotions of the Leo male. Because Leo is not a sign that likes to bear its claws unless they are really, 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 really down to hurt towards someone, you know? What else am I missing here? So everything I said there sounded pretty bad. But luckily enough though, this is one that actually isn't that bad. Air sign, fire sign combination. This one actually is probably, I want to say, not the best in regard to this. To, you know, the air-earth combo supposed to be as good as the air combo. But that's why I talk about these things, and I like to dissect them for the actual issues that they potentially have. For the qualities of the sun sign only here, where they actually interact. And because every fire sign can't go over air sign, every water sign doesn't go over earth sign easily. There are qualities that are combative and not a good way either. Aside from that though, I'm trying to think what's really good benefit for these two. Leo, that's a good benefit. Leo has the potential, since they like to be in charge, if the Aquarian female is willing to let the Leo male take charge in regards to something. Let's say the Aquarian female has this crazy wild idea, all right? The Leo male will be, okay, cool, you know what, not really down for it, but let's go give it a swirl. And he's taking charge in regards to leading to the direction how it's going to go, under the guidance of the ideas of the Aquarian female. That has the potential to be more sustainably effective because they're approaching it now with the Leo in charge, running the show. And the Leos do best, that's the best way to put it. Leos do best when they're in a role of power, leading the charge instead of being a follower themselves or following the leader. So that actually be something that'd be really good. So the support system would be a lot better there. Leo is a sign that also likes to be generous and helpful to people. Like I said, you sure off the back. And that would be something that is actually very, very beneficial for the Aquarian female when her time to shine in the sun for her humanitarian needs to take place. The Leo will be there to help, again, probably take charge and help get things going in a way to where the Aquarian female can take care of the things she needs to take care of. If it's community service type stuff, going on, what's things called? That's not what I say, missionaries. Something like that. Going across another country and taking care of people, building houses, that kind of stuff, or digging ravines for water or whatever. That kind of stuff, that humanitarian shit. The Leo might be able to help a lot better in that regards. But I said it all depends on where they're at really in the current stage of life. So what I'm saying, like, these two do get along well, but to the point of having a great relationship, that's actually hard for me to say in this regards. When I'm thinking about it more and more, it sounds more and more negative than positive in the long run. And by the negative, I should say not as comparing Aquarius to any other air sign or Aquarius to any other fire sign. I think this might be one of the worst combinations. But again, like I said, these two have the potential of doing great things depending on how controlling our Leo male is, not Libra. How caring the Aquarius female is in regards to taking care of the emotional needs of the Leo male. And again, I'm going to say it again, which is very important. The Leo male not being too controlling, dictator, you know what I'm saying, in regards to holding and restraining the Aquarian female down. Not down, but restricting her from doing stuff. Because that's going to be, I said, those three things are the biggest key issues that's going to be in this relationship. For the most part, they like to go out and do their things, like to be out and about, be social. The Leo, and that could be a point of negativity as well. Is that the Leos need to be center of attention. Could be something that can be a bother, because even though the Aquarian female might be interested in talking to more people in that situation, having everything around the Leo, let's say in a small group setting, whatever, and attention being focused on the Leo, could be a bother, not by jealousy purposes, but by the fact that everyone is doing this and the Aquarian female wants to not be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Just for the pure rebelliousness sake. That could be an issue there. That is probably more situational than anything else. I can't really say too much about that. But man, as I'm going through this, I want to give us at least a good 60%, 75% chance. But the more I talk, it's not looking too good either. Short term though, like I said, there's the attention will be like there will be either one could be very approaching in the situation for each other, and that actually can be a good thing to get things started up. But I don't know long term. This one is one of the questionable ones. I don't think it might be as bad. No. When I'm thinking about that, I think this one might be actually worse by a substantial amount in regards to compared to the reverse. The Leo male, Aquarian female could be worse relationship-wise than the Aquarian male, Leo female, because of the fact that the male might be more controlling in regards to the situation. So, because typically men are a lot more, proactive in that regards. So that could be a big issue there. So yeah, as I'm thinking about this one, I said this one isn't sounding as good as I initially hoped. So I think hit every key point I need hit there. Oh, that's another thing too. Man, this is getting 25 minutes. It's getting long. I'm gonna make it not elaborate too much on this. One thing here that will be a situation is the romanticizing will be more from one side than the other. That will be the Leo male part, okay? He'll be the one probably not necessarily initiating, and any romantical or any kind of that good stuff, but he would be the one that would be driving it through the emotional factors for the emotional setting. Whereas the Aquarian female may not be as much. Like I said before, it'd be more pocket spiritual romance. I'm not talking about the sex either, but lovey-dovey stuff, that kind of stuff. Because depending on how hard the Leo male pushes towards the Aquarian female in regards to doing more lovey-dovey stuff, she was more likely that she'll pull away. So that could be another issue too. Man, this is getting worse and worse for this combination here. But yeah, I think I hit most keynotes there. So I'm gonna cut it off here. If you got anything else you want to add in the comments below, please do so, because I would like to hear of your own personal experiences in regard to this relationship. If you're in one, either side, or you know someone who's in it and you got some juicy details about their relationship, let me know in the comments below. I much appreciate that. So help me help you help the world out and be a better place. Because, whoop, wrong punchline. As always, my friends, stay classy, be you, make a wish, out.